Well, the Sweet 16 has come and has gone. We now got our Elite Eight matchups. We're going to discuss the Sweet 16 recap, preview the Elite Eight, give you guys some of my thoughts. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I feel like I was kind of gonna, maybe it would have been a shorter video. So I figured, you know what, we'll just combine them both. We'll probably do the same thing for Elite Eight. So let's quit the BS and get right on into the bracket. So we're gonna pull up the bracket here. Start with UConn, San Diego State. Let me also move my camera so it's a better location. UConn, San Diego State. I told you guys, San Diego State. No offense to you guys, but you guys kind of got lucky. Let's call a spade a spade. UConn absolutely destroyed UConn, and UConn, the number one overall team. I feel like no one has paid attention to them, and it's not because UConn's like not good or anything. It's like UConn is good, but they're just blowing people out, and there's so many closer games going on that people would rather watch. UConn's been under the radar the entire tournament, but they just been blowing people out, and they get to the Elite Eight. Moving on, Illinois and Iowa State. At one point, Illinois was killing Iowa State. They were up like 20 at one point, and they managed to keep Iowa State managed to keep fighting, but Illinois in the end prevails. Terrence Shannon Jr., man, that guy. If there was an MVP, he's the MVP, man. He's carried that team. Dumas has been solid. I mean, Iowa State. Don't go down with your heads down. You guys kicked ass this year. You guys were unranked to start the year. No one picked you guys. You guys were, the underdogs from the underground. You won the Big 12, got to the Sweet 16. No one would have thought that. So congrats to you guys. But Illinois, in the end, pulls out. So it seems like we got offense versus defense with the UConn Illinois matchup. That's going to be a fun one. We predicted that one in our bracket, so it feels good to get one. So yeah, we got UConn, Illinois. We'll preview that one coming up here shortly. How about North Carolina and Alabama? Alabama did it, guys. They got to the Elite Eight. They got over the hump. North Carolina, I believe, with like a minute left, Baycott missed a dunk, and then North Carolina did not score the rest of that last minute. North Carolina, they were my dark horse pick back in like February to win it, and they're out. They're out in the Sweet 16. Baycott, RJ Davis. RJ Davis did not hit a three the entire game. He went 0 from what was it, 13 shots, something like that. But he did not hit a three. I don't know why they kept letting him shoot the three. And North Carolina is now going home early as Alabama advances. Grant Nelson, Marcus Sears, Nate Oates, them boys getting it done. They found the way to do it. They're starting to play good defense. Going into this tournament, I said Alabama's all offense, no defense. The past two games, they're playing really good defense. Their offense is kicking ass like we expected. And Alabama punches their ticket. And they will face a team that no one thought would be here in the Clemson Tigers. Clemson Tigers have been killing it. It seems like Clemson's entire tournament, they have gone up, and then they never went behind. New Mexico, they blew them out of the water. Baylor, they were blowing them out. Baylor made it close, but Clemson found a way to win. In this game, Clemson did the same thing. They were up like 10 on Arizona. Arizona was fighting back. Clemson prevails. And, I feel like someone from Clemson is watching this video. Now, Clemson, they're a good team. They had a good start to the season in a non-conference, big win at North Carolina, and everyone was doubting them, and rightfully so. They lost to BC in the ACC championship. They lost to like one of the lower tiers. They also lost to a bad Notre Dame team. Made sense, but Clemson, everyone's hyping up New Mexico. They destroyed them. Everyone's like, "Whoa." They beat New Mexico, but Baylor's going to kick their ass. No, Clemson comes in. Everyone was saying Arizona was going to kick their ass. Clemson did it. PJ Hall was once again in foul trouble. 3 fouls, man. But it doesn't matter. He still had a good showing as their best player. I mean, Clemson right now is playing really good basketball. Their players are stepping up. Ian S. out there balling, comparing himself to Kobe Bryant. The coach told him no. But man, Arizona looked terrible. They didn't look like they showed up. Caleb Love, same thing. I don't think he hit a 3-point shot. So Caleb Love and RJ Davis Caleb Love going against his old team. We're not going to get to see that because they both didn't show up. They both going to hit threes. Arizona, I don't know what I can't trust Arizona no more, guys. I can't. I always have hope in Arizona, winning it all, going to a Final Four, going to Elite Eight. I do not trust Arizona. Will I, if they are a 2 seed or a 1 seed, will I have them losing to a 15-16? Probably not. I just won't have them advancing. I can't trust them no more, guys. They're just they're so inconsistent every time around the tournament. They're so inconsistent. I thought they should have blew Clemson out of the water. They didn't. I think Clemson's watching this, guys, because I said they should have lost all 3 times. Now, them against Alabama, we'll preview that upcoming. But Clemson found a way. They are going to the Elite Eight. Moving over to the other side of the bracket, Houston and Duke. Jamal Sheed went out early, and it seems like once he went out, Houston lost all the momentum. Shout out Duke. Duke played a really good game. Their defense was good. A low-scoring game, too, 54-51. Houston, like we said, Houston's a good defense team. Duke has good defense. They have good players. And it looked like Duke offense didn't show up, but their defense did. It seemed like as Jamal Sheed went out, Houston lost their scoring pretty much. Houston could not hit shots. They had around like 5 minutes ago, they had still like a 3-minute scoring drought. In Houston, they had a shot to win it. Sharp had a really good look in the end. It just happens the ball didn't go in. It either rimmed out or hit the back, but I forget what had happened. But he had a good look, didn't hit the shot, and Duke prevails to the Elite Eight. And it sucks for Houston. I was really kind of rooting for Houston. But now Duke, that no one in America seems to like, advances to the Elite Eight. I mean, Duke's been playing really good too. I gotta say this. They said on the broadcast, man, Duke held Vermont to their season low in points. They held James Madison to a season low, I think it was, on points as well. And they held Houston to what, 51 points? Shout out to Duke, man. They're killing it. They're playing with good ball. But you know who else is playing good ball? NC State, man. How about NC State? We said it back in my bracket predictions. Inject an NC State Final Four run in my veins. And with NC State now is 1 win away from the Final Four. And NC State, man, they've now won 8 games in a row. 8 games in a row. If that free, I saw it on Twitter, if that free by NC State doesn't go in, NC State ain't here. And NC State they're just killing it right now. They're playing really good basketball now. They get Duke. They're familiar with them. But yeah, NC State's killing it, man. And how about Marquette? We've been saying Marquette on here for me. I've been saying they're the most overrated team in the country. I mean, after watching them against Colorado, I kind of swallowed my pride there. They're not overrated. What happened with Marquette tonight? I was watching this game. Is Marquette, their three-point shooting was not good tonight. They did not have good 3-point shooting. Their 3-point shooting flopped. That's kind of why Marquette lost this game. If Marquette's making their threes, they're unstoppable. They weren't hitting their threes. That's why they've lost. NC State's Cinderella run, as we like to call it, but NC State isn't. Their Cinderella runs. We're going to preview that matchup upcoming there. I'm looking forward to that one. And then we had Purdue, Gonzaga. Gonzaga was keeping it close, but then eventually Purdue pulled away. I was watching this game for a little bit. I was watching this game, and then Purdue, it was like a 1-point, 4-point game. Purdue would go on like a run, then Gonzaga would go on a run. All of a sudden, you look at the scoreboard, Gonzaga's up like 15. Or no, not Gonzaga, Purdue. What? It was 80-69? Yeah. Eventually, I looked up. It's like, oh, shit, it's a 10-point game. And Purdue's dominating right now. Purdue 1 win away from the Final Four and 2 more wins away from, completing their revenge story. But yeah, Purdue found a way to get it done. I really thought Gonzaga would do it, but Purdue finds a way to do it there. And then Tennessee, Creighton. At one point, Tennessee was up big in the first half. Then Creighton would go on a big run. Then in the second half, Tennessee would go on a run. Creighton would go on a run. And then eventually Tennessee pulled away. Trey Alexander did not have a good night. Robbie Ashford, they had a shot they got the turnover like 30 seconds ago. The guy went out of bounds. Robbie Ashford just chucks up a 3, a contested 3. Like, buddy, why are you shooting? You got plenty of time here. It was like a 5-point game, 6-point game, something like that. Chucks up a stupid 3, and that's how Creighton lost. But Creighton had a shot to win. Tennessee just blew them out of the water. They did. They were up. They were up like what 10? I know, no, they were up 4 at one point because the Duke and Houston game. I saw they were up 4, and then Tennessee just eventually pulled away. But Robbie Ashford, damn, you can't be taking shots like that, dude. You can't. You can't be shooting stupid threes like that. I get it's late and you're trying to be the hero, but you can't do that, my guy. Anyway, Tennessee prevails there. Tennessee and Purdue. So let's go over to the East region. Let's preview this Elite Eight matchup now. UConn's got a good defense. They're also very unstoppable right now. Illinois, really good offense. Terrence Shannon Jr. is going to have to carry him this game. Terrence Shannon Jr. is going to have like 40, 30 points in this game if Illinois has any shot. Dumas got to step up. Hawkins got to step up. Coach for Illinois has got to have a good game plan because UConn right now, I'm being honest, I think UConn could blow this team out. No bias to Illinois, no bias to UConn. Right now, UConn's looking unstoppable. Until somebody stops UConn, they're unstoppable to me. I think they could boat race them. But Illinois, Terrence Shannon Jr.'s got to step up tomorrow night because these games, the left side's tomorrow night, the right side's Sunday night. But Terrence Shannon Jr. needs to have a big game, and other players need to step up when Illinois needs elite coaching because UConn's unstoppable right now. And I think they could boat race them, but we'll see what happens there. I'm looking forward to that game. I really am. Alabama Clemson. Not really looking forward to it because Clemson. I don't think Clemson can hang with Alabama. I think Alabama has a really good offense, but Clemson early in the year did beat Alabama. So that confidence for Clemson could weigh. I mean, I don't know why I'm not looking forward to this game. I don't know if it's because it's 6v4, but like, I kind of am looking forward to it. And actually, now that I think about it, PJ Hall, he's gonna have to have a big game. Ian S got to have a good game. Gerard, I think it is his name. These Clemson guys. If Clemson wants to win this game, they have to do what they've been doing the past 3 games against New Mexico, Baylor, and Arizona. They got to get up. They got to do what they did. Get up on these guys, really. Get on them by 10 points. Have like a nice 8, 10, 6-point lead going to half. Because Alabama, man, they have a really good offense. And if Clemson's up like 10.5, they might win this game. Alabama, but has a really good offense. Their defense has stepped up. We'll see what happens there. I like Alabama to win the game, but if Clemson wants to win, they got to get up like they did on New Mexico, like they did on Baylor, like they did on Arizona. And if they could do that, they got a shot. But I'm going UConn, Alabama in the Final Four on that side of the bracket. We go over Houston, NC State. I'm rooting for NC State, but I think Duke's going to win. Let me look up something real quick. NC State versus Duke basketball regular season, because I believe they matched up twice. Let me see if I can find it up. So March 4th, Duke won 79-64 at NC State. Let me see. That was their previous matchup from March 4th. I wonder if they show the I'm trying to see if I can find it. Didn't they play twice? Oh, NC State on March 14th won 74-69. So they both have split in their regular season matchup. Now, what Duke's got the talent. I'll just say that. And I think they should be NC State. I think Duke, the winner of Duke, I feel like once NC State won, the winner of Houston or Duke was going to win the next game or win the final. But for NC State, they just got to keep doing what they're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Maybe change some things up with Duke. You're familiar with them. You played them twice. Go back to when you last lost to them. Go back to what you last won and do what you did. Maybe switch it up. NC State, they got to keep doing what they're doing if they want to get to the Final Four and keep going on this Mackinac run. Dude, I have a feeling if NC State wins this game, they might win. I could convince myself on them winning the national championship. I'm rooting for NC State, but I think Duke's going to beat them. I think Duke might be up. I think Duke's going to do. I think what Duke is going to do to NC State is what they did to James Madison. I think Duke is going to do what they did to James Madison to NC State. I think they're going to mop the floor with them. But NC State, they continue the run. They got to get up. They got to get it on a hard start like they did tonight. DJ Burns and DJ Horn, I believe his name is. Those are their two best players. They got to get them going early because I think Duke's going to do what they did to James Madison. I really do. I hope it doesn't happen. I'm rooting for NC State, but the DJs got to have great games. Their other players, Middlebrooks, got to step up. They got to step up. I'm going with Duke to win, but I hope NC State wins that game. And then our final matchup, probably the best or second best Elite Eight matchup, is Purdue and Tennessee. This is going to be a fun matchup, really fun matchup. Purdue, they're playing really good right now. This is going to be a tough matchup. Really going to be tough for them. Tennessee, they got their players got to step up. Dalton Kincaid's got to do what he did tonight. I don't know if he had a good game. I wasn't really paying attention to that game. I had the Duke Houston game on for majority of it. But again, Dalton Kincaid's got to have a good night. They got to stop the turnovers. And I don't know how they contain Zach Edey. I really don't know how Tennessee can contain Zach Edey. I just don't. I don't got the answer for you. Maybe they got to take more 3-point. But again, if the 3-point shooting ain't there for Tennessee, I think they're done. I think they're cooked. I don't know how Tennessee can contain Zach Edey. But what I do know for Purdue, keep doing what you're doing. Your guards, Fletcher, Brandon Smith, they hit shots. They got to hit their shots. They just got to hit their shots. Zach Edey has to get the boards, put up 20-plus points, what he's been doing the entire tournament. I don't even know if he had 20-plus points tonight. But again, Zach Edey is the guy they got to run through. I think Purdue's going to win. So I think we're going to get UConn, Alabama, Duke, and Purdue in the Final Four. That's what I think. I can't Purdue. The way Purdue has been playing the last 3 games, I don't think they could be beat. But I think Tennessee has the best shot to beat Purdue. If Purdue's going to lose, it's to Tennessee. Tennessee's the best team that can beat Purdue. I'm rooting for Purdue though. We'll see what happens there, man. It's gonna be a fun matchup. But yeah, man, that is my Sweet 16 recap. Man, I can't believe it, man. The tournament it's going to be over in 3 days, man. We got the Elite Eight Saturday tomorrow, the Elite Eight Sunday, and then we get the Final Four Saturday and then the tournament game. So we have 4 days left, man. And we've been covering this tournament all throughout, and I've had so much fun doing it with you guys, man. Sucks to see it end, but we got the best of the best remaining. We're down to the best 8 teams in America, and 4 of them will advance to the Final Four, and 2 of them will advance to a national title game. Now, what I'll probably do is Sunday, we'll go over the Elite 8 and probably preview the Final Four, kind of what we did today with the Sweet 16. We'll see, man. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Hit like, hit subscribe. When you guys hit like and subscribe, you guys motivate me to keep doing this because I'm having a lot of fun doing the sports podcast. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Have a great night. And I'll see you. Peace.